With number 1, Barnbrook again, ridden by Hugh Davis. 2 is Feroda, ridden by Tom Taff. 3 is Ida's Delight, ridden by Brian Story. 4 is Impotane, ridden by Liam Cusack. 5 is Panto Prince, Brendan Powell. 6, Pearly Man, Tom Morgan. 7, Private Views, Kevin Mooney. 8, Saban du Loir, ridden by Peter Scudamore. 9 is Waterloo Boy, Richard Dunwoody.
Impotane, who is 500 to 1 from 400 to 1. Liam Cusack has the mount. Good rider from Ireland. Panto Prince looked exceptional in the paddock. There's his trainer, Chris Popham, just behind. 16s from 14 to 1. And just getting warm, he knows where he is. Pearly Man, twice the winner of this, and coming to snatch his title back. 11 to 2 from 5s. Private Views, funny old character, but has run terrific races here. We'll have to keep an eye on this fellow if he jumps off what he does when he gets to this point. 25 to 1. Saban du Loir, not big, but very bold and brave. 7 to 2 from 3 to 1. Colours of Brian Kilpatrick, skewing the plate. Waterloo Boy, bought as a foal, this one was. He was bought very well too, because he was 4,500 guineas at the Tattersalls Island sales, and he's gelding by Deep Run out of a good Irish mare, so that looked good, and he's certainly proved very cheap since then. Don't need this all-weather strip this year, because of course the ground is absolutely perfect, but what a good idea it was to put that canter down in for the runners. Just have a look at the people who are packed here, and then in comfort of your armchairs, just spare a thought for us who are going to try and get out amongst all the spectators this afternoon and get home ready for tomorrow. It really is a bun fight getting out, but a very enjoyable one at that. And the Queen Mother Champion Chase is the Speedsters Championship. And here in the yellow colours, the rider of Pearly Man, Tom Morgan, talking to Jonathan Powell.
Tom, it's 2 years since that great moment when you won this race on Pearlman. It was his second triumph in it. How bad was his subsequent injury at Liverpool?
Well, he missed the fence down the back, and he went to go run out of the second one, which was totally unlike him, and he wasn't travelling, and I've accepted it from home in Liverpool. He's beaten a long way, handicap, and I just thought he might have been over the top back end, but he sustained injury there.
And was it touch and go whether he ever raced again?
Yes, the vets were very doubtful. What they did, when they scanned him, they said, be highly unlikely, but that to get him back in a racetrack. But the head lad done a marvellous job with him, and he rides him out, and he's full credit there.
Well, he reappeared at Wetherby, I think, at Christmas, carrying a lot of weight, and very nearly won. I imagine you were delighted with that performance.
Yes, basically probably ran off his freshness, jumped very well, felt like the old Pearly Man, and I was absolutely thrilled with him that day.
And what about Ascot next time?
Yeah, a bit flat, wasn't him at all, didn't really sparkle, like a lot of our horses on their second run just weren't getting home, and I wasn't that disappointed with him. Connections I think might have been, but a lot of weight. It was a very good race. I was running on the death, missed the last, but on the whole I thought he ran a very good race.
And realistically today, what chance of unseating the new champion Barnbrook again?
I think the better class horses when Pearly Man was winning his Queen Mother than last year. I'm not taking anything away from Barnbrook again, but we haven't seen much of Royal Stag or Panto Prince. Like, he never really gets up the hill. I think Desiree can very promising to say more for Pearly Man's form.
So you're quite hopeful?
I'm very hopeful, yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, there's Pearly Man, and you mustn't forget what a very good horse this fellow's been in the past. But he has been, well, he was well beaten last time out anyway at Ascot behind Feroda, though he ran a very good race up at Wetherby on his return. Now, 7 in the light colours, very interesting, old Private Views, because he drops the bridle when he gets to the stands here. And they brought over a horse psychologist for this fellow from America. Georgiana Webb-Bromford owns him. He's 16 to 1 from 25, so obviously the psychologist's been working on some of the punters too. But it's a big thing to ask. He is a good horse when he's right, but he has been a naughty boy so often here that certainly you're taking a fair risk to back him. But I'd like to see him come right, because he's owned by one of the nicest owners in the game, and I think to have done wonders with this horse, well, let's see if it works. Kevin Mooney rides. Now, Ida's Delight just in front of him. Well, this is a big challenge from the north, and Ida's Delight has been running particularly well all season. Hasn't been worse than 4th from 5 runs. And last time ran down at Sandown behind the A-Train, was 3rd then, carried 12 stone, you know. The A-Train, the winner, had 10.9, and that is just good form. Not very big, Ida's Delight. It's by Idiot's Delight out of Ben Nuvison Mare. Well, this one would be a very, very popular winner in the north of England, 66 to 1 at the moment. Brian Story rides him one. There's the top 3 in the betting. It's 11 to 10, Barnbrook again. Saban du Loire is 4s. He's drifted a whole point. And Pearlyman
5 to 4. Saban du Loire is 7 to 2, same price as Pearlyman. Feroda 9 to 1. Waterloo Boy is 9 to 1 also, and Panto Prince 16 to 1. That opened at 12s. Private Views 25 to 1. Ida's Delight 50 to 1.
12 fences to jump this time, and as Richard said, they're sure to go gallop now. Sabanderrois over on the left of the pictures, we see them. That's Private Views, who's lined up on the inner towards the right with Panto Prince next to him. The starter up on his rostrum, under orders, and they're away. Away first time. Private Views just ducked a little bit at the start. And over on the right, it's Panto Prince, who lands in the lead from Saban du Loire. Almost up with him now, then Barnbrook again and Impertain. Pearlyman and Ida's Delight on the far side, then Waterloo Boy. Saban du Loire landed in the lead there. Feroda is the back marker. Saban du Loire with his white face, ridden by Peter Scudamore in his familiar trailblazing position now from Panto Prince. Then Impertain and Barnbrook again and Ida's Delight, and Private Views making his way back into contention right over on the far side there, and sneaking up on the inside of Panto Prince to take it up, in fact. Private Views going on now from Saban du Loire over the third. Oh my goodness, he nearly misjudged that. He was very, very clever, just putting himself right. Private Views at the last stride, and he goes on by 2 lengths now from Saban du Loire. Panto Prince on the inside, then Impertain, and behind Impertain, Barnbrook again, and Ida's Delight on the inner, and then Pearlyman as they race over the 4th now. And all safely over it with Feroda jumping rather deliberately in rear at the moment as they run down towards the next at a blistering pace. And Private Views, just for a moment, he just wondered whether he was going to continue in the race, and he got some encouragement from Kevin Mooney to do so. Saban du Loire's taken over from him, though, just as they jump the 5th. Saban du Loire goes on from Private Views, and Barnbrook again travelling well towards the outside. Impertain up there, Waterloo Boy also, Panto Prince on the inner, then Ida's Delight and Pearlyman and Feroda as they jump the water and make towards the first of the ditches now. Saban du Loire from Impertain on the far side. Impertain and Saban du Loire together. Bad mistake by Private Views, virtually puts him out of the contest as they come to another plain one. The 8th, Impertain, going a very fast gallop on the outside of Saban du Loire as they swing left-handed now towards the final ditch, and Barnbrook again is 4th on the outside as Waterloo Boy is 3rd as they come to the final ditch. Saban du Loire in the lead from Impertain. Barnbrook again. Mistake there by Impertain. He drops back to 4th. Pearlyman moves into his position into 4th now. And it's Saban du Loire from Barnbrook again in 2nd. 3rd is Waterloo Boy, and 4 is Pearlyman. So 2 previous Queen Mother Champion chase winners in the first 4 at the moment. Barnbrook again and Pearlyman in 2nd and 4th, with Saban du Loire the leader from Barnbrook again. Pearlyman is moving into 3rd now, 3 out. Waterloo Boy on the inside. Feroda's getting into contention now, moving into 5th as they jump this one. Barnbrook again and Saban du Loire from Waterloo Boy, who goes 3rd. Mistake by Pearlyman, and I think he's going to be pulled up. Pearlyman looks as though he's going to be pulled up by Tom Morgan. Yes, he's been pulled up. Barnbrook again now, 2 out. Barnbrook again from Saban du Loire. Waterloo Boy is 3rd. 4 is Feroda, racing round the home turn now with 1 fence left to jump in the Queen Mother Champion chase. and it's Barnbrook again, the 1989 winner from Savandoulois on the far side, and Waterloo Boy producing a tremendous run towards the near side to come and challenge Barnbrook again. In fact, to take it over the last, Waterloo Boy jumps the last in the lead from Barnbrook again. It's these two now fighting it out as they race up towards the line. Barnbrook again on the far side, on the near side, Waterloo Boy. Barnbrook again is forging ahead again. Barnbrook again, it is from Waterloo Boy. Barnbrook again is going to win it at the line. Barnbrook again has won the Queen Mother Champion Chase. Waterloo Boy is second. Feroda's got up to be third, ahead of Savandoulois. 4, 5 Alice Delight, 6 Pando Prince, 7 was Private Views, and so the result of the 1990 Queen Mother Champion Chase. First, number 1, Barnbrook again, owned by Mr. Mel Davies, trained by David Ellsworth and written by Hugh Davies, who goes to the top of the Ritz Club Charity Trophy, having won the last yesterday. Second is number 9, Waterloo Boy, owned by Mr. M.R. Dealey, trained by David Nicholson and written by Richard Dunwoody. And third was number 2, Feroda, owned by Mr. N. McCarthy, trained by Arthur Moore and written by Tom Taft. Fourth